Hello, class. Thank you for tuning in today. After our discussion on the cell cycle today, I just want to clear a few things up and make some connections to Spanish and help you understand what's the importance of this and why we're learning this. And so the first thing that we'll start with is el ciclo celular y desarrollo, which is the cell cycle and development. And so when you're development or desarrollo, you think of things like growing up, going from a baby to a child, or teenager to adult, things like that. And so within living things, we have células. These have to divide, dividir. And this is important for us to grow and to mature as we, age. And so the cell cycle, we're going to be talking about how that happens, what controls that. Queda el control. And so let us continue with just a little resource real quick. I found this online, but I figured it would be helpful for anyone that really struggle with the cell cycle, el ciclo celular, and what we're discussing with this and what's happening, because it is a lot of stuff. It really is. It can be tough. But I want to make this as easy for you all as possible, so that is there if you would like to watch that. And our next little point of discussion is puntos de control, points of control. And so with the cell cycle, we can't just have cells dividing uncontrollably. That would be very dangerous, and we need to control that, right? And so these puntos de control are so important to just check in with the cell, make sure the DNA, el ADN, is all good, and that there are no mistakes, because those mistakes could be very dangerous later on, maybe cause uncontrolled growth, which is not good. And so these different stages you see here, M, G2, S, G1, these are all super important in terms of where the cell is and what the next steps are in that process. And the next thing I would like to just discuss is the relation here to mitosis and that reproducción celular. Cells need to reproduce. That's how we regrow our skin or how we regrow any kind of cell in our bodies. And so this cellular reproduction is so important for all of us. And just to look at that a little further, I have this next slide, which has a few examples of where división celular, cellular division, is so important for us. On the left, we see blood cells. In our blood, we have all these cells that help to fight disease, infection, and help us get oxygen to our cells, to name a few things. And so we always need to be making more of those. And then we also have, hair cells and skin cells. Whenever you get a cut or a scrape, that needs to heal somehow. The cells dividen, and you get more of them so that you have no more open injury. And yeah, I hope that was helpful. And tomorrow we're going to go in a little bit more depth in the cell cycle and discuss just how it's so important and really break down all the different steps, because so much is happening. But just remember, always ask questions and let me know if anything is confusing, and we'll rediscuss those things or re-explain. But I'm here to help you all, and I hope this was helpful.